I've been having a lot of fun with Face of the Franchise, maybe you've been able to tell, but today I'm taking on my biggest challenge yet, creating the most annoying player possible. Let me explain exactly what I mean. I'm making that one player you love to hate. He's going to be arrogant, selfish, a showboat, and most importantly, inconsistent enough so that his haters can argue he's not even that good. So allow me to introduce Evan Dinkelberg, and if the name didn't tell you, this guy is white, and I mean 100% white. When he did an Ancestry.com check on his ethnicity, it came back as 100% European. There was no doubt about it. It's important to point that out so that we know just how bad of a decision those messy dreads are. I mean, we already know the chin strap's a bad decision, but basically, he's just an idiot. So the concept is pretty simple. All of our decisions will be made based on the fact that we're trying to make this guy as annoying as possible, including the voice.
I want to thank everyone for showing up today.
And I think this one is appropriately cartoony for what this guy looks like, so we'll stick with this. Now, the other decision, of course, is what college we're going to play at. Now, what is the most annoying kind of quarterback for his teammates? Of course, it is a scrambler. So we got to go to a college that fits that mold, otherwise they would have never recruited us. We're heading to Oregon. So from now on, we're trying to get only 2 results with any of our decision making. We don't want leadership and we don't want team player. We want entertainer and we want intense. Now, I don't know exactly what intense means, but I pretty much just assume it means annoying, so we'll go for that. And entertainer, of course, that's going to rub a lot of people the wrong way. So we made the big decision. Do we agree with the coach? Do we agree with our teammate? With our teammate, we get the intense role rather than the leadership, so that's obviously what we need. Still don't know what intense means. You get it for disagreeing with coaches, you get it for telling a girl with cancer you'll throw 4 touchdowns. So who knows what that actually means, but it's better than leader or team player because those are both positive personality traits. So now it's time for our first game, and of course what we're going to be trying to be doing is running the ball as much as possible. What we're trying to do here is be the worst possible quarterback. By that I mean we don't mind having run plays and we don't mind the run plays being successful. We don't want to really throw any touchdowns and we don't want to have too many passing yards either. We just want to be a terrible quarterback who can run the ball well in college. And then this is the start we were looking for, a rushing touchdown of course, so now we can claim it's all about us. And on 3rd and 13 we're looking to run the ball here because of course that's a selfish thing to do and we get stopped short of the first down. 2nd and 5, we'll throw the ball here, and this is a great completion because it's obviously easy because he wasn't in tight coverage, and it'll drive the haters insane because they'll say it's undeserved yards and we can claim we're a great quarterback. We get sacked here because we're selfish and try and run the ball all the time, and it leads to us now being 2 points up. When we were at 1.14-3, we make some people miss here, spinning away, nice moves, getting some more rushing yards, but not many passing yards. 3rd and 13, you'll never guess what, we go for it again, of course we're trying to rush for it, and of course we get stopped short on 4th and inches. Now we're down 19-14, 3rd and 10, looking to run again, throwing this one this time, just improvising, screwing up the whole playbook, it's what we like to do. 1st and goal, looking to run again, we want this touchdown here, and we try again, and finally on 4th and goal, because we're down, we have 1 minute 30 seconds left, we have to throw the ball, but we're now down 2 points, 30 seconds left in the game, because we've basically just been trying to run the ball ourselves this entire time. We have to start playing unselfishly, but the game comes down to the kicker, which is the perfect situation, because you can argue we didn't even win this game, the kicker did. But of course we'll take this as a personal victory. We led our team to the victory, and finally, with someone who we're not afraid to make bad decisions with, we can finally find out what something else means, because who wouldn't just say, yeah, we'll try our best to throw 4 touchdowns for you, little girl with cancer? No, turns out it's not actually a bad answer. You get entertainer for it. That's exactly what we want. So time for the second game, the national championship game, and of course what we're going to do, we're not going to run apparently, but we're going to at least try. And that's going to be the theme of this game again. It's going to be us running because, of course, we need to be the center of this offense. Unfortunately, we lose the ball there. However, it is picked up by the running back Keller, and Keller's going to take this all the way into the end zone. So we'll just claim that's a pitch for a touchdown. We did it on purpose. We lateraled the ball, and we threw it for a touchdown. That wasn't a fumble. 4th and 2, we decided to run for it, and of course, we get sacked because it was a stupid decision. Then 2nd and 10, we're still ahead now, and what we'll see is that the defense plays perfectly in this game. A nice wide open receiver, we can always hit those guys, no problem. 2nd and 10, we're looking to run again. We get that first down, we juke a man, and then we go down fighting. We're not going to go slide at any point in this game, even though we fumbled once already, even though we fumbled twice. We're not going to start sliding, that would be ridiculous. 1st and 10, we've got a chance to run here, wide open gap there into the end zone, and we make this game 14-0. So we're doing very well right now as the star quarterback of this team, running away from more guys here, refusing to slide again. 2nd and 10, and we're looking to do the exact same thing. This defense should be able to catch on pretty quickly as we fumble for a 3rd time in this game there. Still not going to start sliding. 4th and 10, it's got to be about us. We try and get it here, we don't get it. We also lose the ball. It is recovered by the defense. They take it to the 29-yard line, but we get the ball back. Still 14-0. This defense really doing everything in this game. 2nd and 4, and we ran for it. We're inside the 5. We get tackled by the face mask. 4th and goal from the 2. Well, you'll never guess what we're doing. We're running for it. We're going to run for a touchdown here. We are the star of this team. And if you are not annoyed by how this quarterback is playing yet, I don't know what else would annoy you, because this is pretty much as bad as it gets. Refusing to throw the ball, only running. And with 10 seconds left in this game, 21-7 the score. One last arrogant run for another touchdown. It was completely unnecessary, but we wanted it. So we are now national champions. Of course, we've been invited to the draft, and it's time to start answering these questions as honestly and as arrogantly as we can. So our first answer adds to the entertainer role. Now this one, I've gone for the I've grown. It is the correct answer, but it's also just too obvious, the obvious lie that anyone who never changes says. Easily, they say I've grown. Again, this one ends up being the correct answer, but we're not just trying to force all of the wrong answers. We're answering how Evan Dinkelberg, the arrogant player, would, and he would not give his phone away, but for the wrong reasons. And that continues onto this one, so we weren't trying to answer these as well as possible, but fact is, when you consider what he would answer, he would say he's at the back of the bus because he's there sleeping and snoring, but it happens to also be the correct answer here. And then we move on to the combine. Now this one we were trying to do as well as possible, because of course the point has been that we run a lot but have completed easy passes. Now all of these are easy to complete because of course there's no opposition. We should be able to get most of these, and we did very well. We ended up getting 22 out of 24, missing the same throw twice. And it's actually one of the easier ones to complete, but we only get 22 out of 24, so let's see what we can do with the rest of these answers and see if or where we get drafted. So this is an answer I've been dying to give, but didn't have a reason to with anybody else, that they need me for should the Giants draft you. It's the classic arrogant quarterback answer. This team needs me, not that I need them or anything like that. Don't know why it's an entertainer answer, but anyway. Now for this question, there isn't really a good answer for the person we're trying to be, but I knew for a fact that reading the NFL defense gets an entertainer personality trait, so we went for that one. And I'll be honest, this last one we accidentally answered wrong. It gives us leader traits. I meant to say I don't listen to the critics, but whatever, it doesn't really make a big difference when pretty much all of our answers up to this point have been entertainers. We are the quarterback we want to be. We did nothing but run in college, we completed the passing drills well, and we've given terrible answers for pretty much everything we can. No leadership skills, no team player skills, purely an entertainer. Really nobody should want to draft us, but here we are at the draft, and somehow I genuinely never expected this to be the result. We've become the first overall pick in the NFL draft. I don't know, well I do know how, because actually just like any other Madden game, nothing you do actually really matters. We didn't have pretty much any passing yards or touchdowns in college. We only ran. We had a good combine, that was it. We gave most of the entertainer answers that we could. We're not a good person to have in the locker room if you want to have a serious locker room, and somehow it's all irrelevant and we go out to be the first overall pick of the draft. It's ridiculous. I've made other ones with people who were supposed to be more serious and it went worse for them. But it turns out if you make the most arrogant, biggest idiot you can in terms of playing style and, you know, the biggest fool in terms of how he talks, it's going to be the best player you can make. So now there's one thing left to do, and that is customize him, make him try and look as not ridiculous as possible as a quarterback. You know, just put a lot of accessories on him, a way that most quarterbacks wouldn't walk out in the NFL, but this guy is different. Of course he is. So we're going to be doing that, adding pretty much everything we can, and I am interested to see him in the NFL. I want to use him in the NFL, play the same way he did in college, and see how that works out for him, because of course he is in line to take the starting job of the Raiders. I think this game has really been very unfair to Derek Carr, but we've got a chance there. We're a high overall quarterback, a little bit lower for the fit of the actual team, but we're going to stay with the scrambler because we don't care about the fit of the team, and there should be a future for this guy, playing some games with him, seeing how he develops, and well, that'll all be in another episode, the part 2 of the most annoying player you will ever see.